Hello, sweet souls. This is DTO in the flow, and I'm grateful for your energy and your presence. And let's all take a deep breath in, open mouth exhale. Today, I get to interview an amazing soul that I've known for over 10 years. And I'm so grateful to be connected and to recognize where our potential lies when it comes to what's possible in this lifetime. And Kelli Russell embodies all of this in so many ways. And who she is a certified credentialed yoga teacher and teacher trainer, offering a wealth of experience since 2009, along with expertise in psychology and counseling as a practicing subconscious change facilitator. Kelli is dedicated to helping people awaken, enliven, and heal, fostering positive internal shifts that ripple out into the world. And Kelli has been practicing over 20 years for yoga. Wow, amazing. And the wisdom and the insights. Maybe during the interview, I'm going to find this fun YouTube video because Kelli and I collaborated. And my musical journey, she was one of the first teachers I ever got to work with when I was working on my own yoga as well as my debut album. So Kelli is such an amazing soul. And without further ado, let's bring on Kelli Russell.
Hello.
How are you, Kelli?
Hi. I'm so excited to be here. I didn't know that was the start of your journey. You were just a budding practitioner coming in with your amazing skills. I thought you'd been doing that for 10, 20 years already. You're so skilled at what you do.
Well, just like you're a mom, I got to give a big shout out to my mom. She had me classically trained on piano when I was growing up. So I definitely was involved with music. My first international gig was playing in the marching band when I went to Japan.
Wow.
So definitely got to play jazz, concert band, orchestra, rock music back in the day. Okay. So yeah, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, our first collaboration took place in 2014. So that's
right.
been 10 years. So
Very cool.
My statement is accurate that it's been that long a time. So that means we get to show that video, because if I say something, I got to promise it. I got to bring it in. So the first time that we collaborated, the course was called Embrace Your Shadow. So let's just do a little retro. Let's just share this with our people here. Here it is.
DTO, and I'm Kelli. We're here to this Sunday's workshop that will have yoga plus live music.
The topic is called Embrace Your Shadow, and it's about these parts of our personality that we like to put
so cool. Really rocking the Yoga 6 shirt.
Totally.
Those sides hidden. So we're bringing them to light, letting you decide whether you're ready to release them, to change them.
Change, accept. Yes, and yes.
Dave's going to be playing some awesome music while we stretch.
Yes.
So much fun, right? And here's the flyer. Big shout out to Kevin Russell for making the flyer.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have known each other for over 10 years. Yeah, I think I've been playing yoga studios maybe a couple years prior to that.
Yeah.
But I was really, like, at that point ready to share and be out there in the world. And I want to acknowledge you for being in this work for such a long time. And you've authored this awesome book, Soulful Scripts, that people can see if you look up. And wow, such a great journey that we get to be on. And since then, I don't even live in San Diego. I live in Costa Rica. So it's been so cool. And what's great about this is that we are live. So what that means is there are people saying hello. So blessings to you. Hi. Sherry Howard, thanks for joining us. She's an amazing musician. She'll be at the Sedona Yoga Festival, like I will be.
Awesome.
So yeah. So what I want to set up for everyone to know is during this 5Q interview, you can comment, ask any questions. As you know, sharing is caring. And for the algorithms, the word of the century, just drop an emoji in the comments, and that helps it float to the top. And if anyone wants to learn more about me, go to DTO Music, go to my website. If you want to come to paradise and check out Costa Rica, feel free to see what Himalaya and I are creating here at Embody Costa Rica. If you're an instructor, if you're a guide, if you want to participate in anything that we're offering. Such a beautiful place called Pura Vida. Pure life it's like the aloha of Hawaii. It's an energy field. So, all right. So let's kick off this a 5Q interview. I always ask my guests to do a little drum roll. Ready? Question number 1. Ta-da. All right, Kelli, when was your first aha moment?
12 years old. I looked around me in the neighborhood that I grew up, and I saw a lot of grown-ups that did not seem happy with their lives. They were complaining about their partner and they were complaining about their jobs. I would hear things the day before Monday like, oh, I got to get up and do this again. I have to do this job. They're just slogging through life. And I noticed this in my friends' parents as well as my own. And I was dumbfounded and I thought, why would somebody intentionally create a life that they didn't enjoy? And I decided to dedicate my study to learning psychology. Why do people do the things that they do? So that was my first aha moment.
I love that. Yeah, and there's a contrast, right? As
Yeah.
you're this innocent, beautiful soul on a roll, and all of a sudden you feel all this energy, and you're like, "Wait, what is?" And there's, as you know, you've studied psychology. There's moments in our lives when the overwhelming feeling and the realization is something's wrong,
Yeah.
and that can just like shock your system. Like, whoa, everything's not happy, happy, joy, joy, and sparkles and rainbows and unicorns. It's like, whoa, there's an energy of like depression or fear or anger. And so I love that. Anyone that feels that they're on a path of going towards the light, we always have gone through something that can really be riveting to our nervous system, right? Can really almost wake us up. So
That was my
that's
big why. Like, why?
Mhm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So question number 2 leads into this, which is what path then led you to supporting others? What steps did you take? What kind of studies and research and courses and experiences did you dive into to really sort this out?
I was always one of those people that somebody would inevitably find their way to me and share some part of their life story with me, usually a struggle that they were going through, and I would end up offering support or advice. So that's always been a role that I've had in any job that I've had. And as I was studying psychology, trying to figure out why people do the things they do, and I studied sociology, the study of why groups of people do the things they do, and then going on to my master's in counseling because I wanted to help people feel better. And marriage and family therapy was the specificity that I chose. Um, but even as I was working in restaurants to learn this stuff, there would always be either a customer or an employee that would end up finding their way over to me and start sharing some deep, dark secret or struggle they're going through. And I would offer encouragement and support that would always cause them to feel better. And they would say, "Thank you so much for talking to me. I feel so much better now." So I just feel like that's kind of, my journey. But I started in that career and I started pushing up against another contrast because the internships that I took were super hardcore. It was gang diversion, parenting the difficult teen, anger management, anti theft. And the saddest was in home therapy for children who were being abused, and their abuser is still in the home. So it caused me to see really that duality in the worst sides of people. And there was so much resistance and denial, and none of them wanted to look within. They wanted to place blame on the outside. So at the same time, I started discovering yoga. I started with some gentle classes, and I liked the way it felt to stretch, but my mind was very busy, very anxious. And then I took this power yoga class. It was really hard. The teacher was excellent, and my muscles were so shaky, but I felt internally powerful when I left that class, and my mind was honed to a single point of focus. My mind was calm, probably for the first time. And I was like, oh, this is yoga. And I was forever hooked. I still am forever hooked, and I started, watching yoga students. I would be in the back of the room and I'd see how it impacted them. And they'd walk in that room with their eyes down and their shoulders slumped. And in 1 hour, totally different person. Their chest is lifted. They look me straight in the eyes. They're smiling. There's a little glow in the eye. The sparkle is back. And I started thinking, wait a minute, I think I can affect people more in 1 hour than I can in this talk therapy that I was doing. And then I went on this healing journey. You know, I'm trying breath work, I'm trying body talk therapy, I'm trying emotional kinesiology, I'm trying energy healing, I'm learning about different structures of the mind. And then my best friend had an injury that she broke her back basically, and she went on a healing journey. And I would meet up with her every week, and I'd hear about all the different doctors she was seeing and the different modalities. And it took her 2 years and a failed surgery in order to find this method of subconscious change. And it turns out there were emotional issues that were causing the back pain to express. And once she cleared up these emotional issues and she resolved the conflict, the back pain went away. And then it helped my daughter heal. And then it helped my husband and I heal our marriage. And then I thought, I need to learn these techniques. So I went and got trained in a couple different modalities, emotion code therapy and psychological kinesiology, which is the study of using the body as a truth detector to figure out what is really going on at the subconscious level and to make changes there. So that's what I practice now, subconscious change. And all of it is different facets and different layers of our human beingness. And they're all interconnected and they're all in a feedback loop. So it's just different aspects. It's almost like different mirrors on a disco ball. They all fit together.
I love that analogy. So great. No, it's fantastic that you had the curiosity and the drive to really seek what it is that you can be a stand for in the world and how you can be supporting, you know, especially once you witness that at 12, it's like, okay, here's my place in the world. Here's my dharma in action. So it's
100%. It's always been steady. The way that it's expressed has been slightly different, but the reason underneath it is always the same. It's just to help ease inner suffering. I want people to experience inner freedom. And that's my highest value in the world.
Absolutely. I've taken your classes, so I can give you a blessimonial all day long about how much powerful heart opening and mind awakening parts and pieces that happen. I've always loved your class. You're the first instructor I went to besides these like 60-minute short little, you know, drop in, drop out on my lunch break kind of yoga, Southern California vibe. Is more like, let's have a workshop. Let's actually go deeper. Let's actually feel at a level that awakens us. And I feel that profound knowledge of the practice is so powerful.
And that's why I loved collaborating with you, because your music takes people on an inner journey. And the way you could blend with whatever practitioner you were working with, like coming in with the tonality or the softness in the beginning, and then going on that hero's journey of the class, and then deep into the inner being of the soul, and then letting it all go at the end in Shavasana. And that's like your special skill set, is weaving that story to inspire a way a person feels, or feels a vibration of, that brings them and generates a new experience. Wow. So fascinating and beautiful.
Well, big love to Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Hello.
I love Jerry. Jerry's a fellow practitioner as well.
Oh, that's so great.
Yes.
Big love.
Jerry's an awesome health coach, and he helps people get to the root issues, and he's doing great things with people getting huge results. So he's definitely an awesome friend and a colleague of mine as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Jerry's giving some extra love here. Thanks for watching, Jerry. And
freedom
Tiffany,
is everything. Yes.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's so important. Yeah, Tiffany's been to Embody, and she's all about laughter yoga and freedom and awakening, whatever it is that we get to have. And I feel like that's how she supports others. And so question number 3 is diving into what we see up above here, which is this amazing book that you have written. And I'd love for you to explain what Soulful Scripts is all about, and why is it an important piece in your life, and what are the ways that meditations, inspirations, and breath work. And this is designed for yoga teachers and wellness guides, right? Sometimes books are out there for the general population. But I do feel like there's so many more people that are choosing this pathway that you must be blown away by the potential audience that can read this.
Yeah. I was one of those people, I wanted to create an experience like what we were talking about. I like to introduce a thought or a concept, and at the end of a class, bridge that into your life. So now that we've played within that realm for a little bit and we practice something and we move our body and we move the energy and we breathe, how do we bridge that change into our life? So I was always looking for resources, jotting down ideas. It'd be on piece of papers or notepads, or I'd see something inspiring online, or I'd bookmark a little page in a book and I'd write notes on it, and then I'd change the notes. And then after I taught it once, I'd say, oh, I want to change that a little bit. I'll alter it a bit. So I had these huge binders filled with inspiring thoughts and different ways that I wanted to theme a class, or different ways that I wanted to help people uncover deeper aspects of themselves so that they could really strip down all the BS that gets in the way, all the muddiness that prevents them from feeling lovable and worthy and connected to everything. And as I'm starting to transition my career more into subconscious change and being a life guide, and I still love and teach yoga, it's still a big part of my life, but I started looking at these big binders of notebooks of things that I had created and shared, and I didn't want to throw them away. I wanted to save them for the next generation, or for anybody really. It could be for another type of life guide or a meditation teacher or a craniosacral therapist that has a person lying on a table and maybe they want to read something to them. So I just created this resource book, and it's filled with different breath work practices and why somebody would want to practice that breath work, what feeling or does it create or inspire, different little bites of information that can help people awaken or be inspired or think or feel a different way. And then a bunch of different meditations that are mini or short, medium or long, where you could bring this to an event that you're teaching, or you could talk about it before class begins, or you can have people lying there in shavasana or on your massage table if you're a massage therapist, and inspire them by guiding them through an inner journey based on these words. And I wanted to put it all in one place so you can just, maybe you have an idea already of what you want to do that class, and you just look at the different name, and I have little teacher's notes, like what is important for you to know about, and then how do you guide your students through that process. So you would just open it up, and it's just something that you read to your students, and it's word by word, even counting out the breaths, the inhales and the exhales, and how to do the inhale and how to do the exhale. So it's just a big resource guide for people to make your life easier, so that you don't have to have all these digital notes and files and bookmark pages, and you're jotting down things and then you're like, where did I put that note? I wanted it all in one place. And I love that it's a tangible book that you can actually take to class with you, or take to that event, or maybe you're hosting a workshop and you want something special. So that's what this is for.
I love that. Jerry approves. Amazing book,
Jerry.
Kelli. That dives right into the next question, which will be around the results that people are having. And before you answer that, I have some amazing screenshots from Amazon. So great for yoga teachers who are starting out, and I'm sure for people who are still in the practice. Soulful Scripts is a game changer for yoga teachers. This book offers a one-stop solution for crafting transformative experiences with meditations, inspirations, and breath work. So good. I'm going to jump to the next one. So much praise. As a clinical hypnotherapist and neurohypnotic reprogrammer, I am always creating new scripts as well as looking for inspiration. Kelli Russell's Wellness Guide offers support, inspiration, and alleviates any stress behind structuring new and fresh induction meditations for my clients. It's a wealth of short and long scripts that I can trust and count on to be useful and transformational. Kelli's expertise and knowledge is clear with the variety of practices found within this book. Oh, so awesome. And then, of course, you get to, everyone out there, I'm going to share my screen so you can see how you can get access to this. Here are all of these comments that if anyone wants to read more reviews, all 5-star reviews, of course. So great.
If anyone gets the book, please leave a review, because that really helps
Yes,
the book get seen and known, and that helps out so much. So if you do get the book, or if you already got it, I would really, really appreciate you leaving a review. It's so helpful.
definitely.
It's funny because it says right in the name who it's for, but I still had a lot of friends and family members who got the book and they said, I can't wait to read it. And I said, well, it's really not that type of book. It's a resource manual. It's like a handbook for teachers. And this
Mhm.
would be great for anybody who owns a yoga studio to put into your yoga teacher training and stuff like that. But the surprising thing that I heard is from people who started reading it and then they find themselves getting into a meditative state or getting
Mm.
value out of it. They slip into the spirituality of it. And they said, actually, I was just reading it and it really caused me to feel really good, or the message in it was just what I needed to hear that day, or I found myself slipping into my own meditation. So even then, it worked. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't know it would work like that. So there are people that are just reading it and it's working that way as well. And in a way, you could open it to any page and there's going to be an inspiring thought that helps you come back to yourself and feel better about who you are, and feel lovable and worthy, and remember that you are part of the energy of all that is, and you are connected to everything everywhere. So that's a lot of what these messages are about.
So amazing. And with that said, when people have read it, very similar to anything you create in the world. And I love that these were on these binders and just kind of hodgepodged all over. And then you took the time and the energy, the Jedi focus to be like, okay, I'm going to put this into an actual
Took a while. It took a
tangible.
few years. I just had to sit down and finally make it happen. But it was an idea on the horizon for a while there, as I'm sure it is for a lot of people. So here's your boost to do it yourself. If you've been thinking about it or you started it, like, just do a page every night. You can make it happen, and it can be a tangible item, just like you've created with your beautiful place in Bari, Costa Rica. I saw you building your dream day after day, step by step in the dirt, making it happen. And now it's a gorgeous resort style destination that you've created. So
Mhm.
our
Yeah,
thoughts become things.
absolutely. And the action
Absolutely.
steps, that's what I love about what you're sharing is like,
Yes.
take action, whatever, how many minutes, even if it's like 15 minutes a day towards whatever that is that you're here to create. And then over time, it builds and builds. And then sometimes the momentum just comes in waves where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to take the whole weekend and make it happen. And I love how so many people are writing so much praise about it. So, what would you summarize as far as like people that are possibly newer to these types of tools in their toolkit? Like, what would be some of the main outcomes that someone could have? That maybe, as I said before, I'm from a small town in Iowa. Maybe some of my Muscatine, Iowa friends are watching this right now. They're like, well, what would a soulful script really provide for them? What access point to their own personal journey?
Well, as I mentioned, it's really for the practitioner to help others awaken and heal. So getting people into a meditative state where they're open to possibility and introducing something that's quite beautiful, inspiring, and provides a sense of deep inner ease or inner peace that allows people to heal, because our bodies innately know what to do if we get out of the way. If we remove the toxins or the stressors, it knows how to heal. We just muddy it up with a lot of extraneous stuff. So it's really a stripping down. Um, so that's what they can get out of it, is getting down to what truly matters underneath all the stress that we deal with in our lives, and to remember the magic of creation, and
Mm.
to open up to new possibility of co-creating a beautiful life. And as I told you the story in the beginning of my first aha, as I was saying it out loud, I was like, they didn't realize how much they were creating as a powerful creator. sometimes we just get caught up in life and we're just like an NPC. We're a character in our own life that's just going through the motion. And that's part of the awakening to the fact that we are powerful. I just read this book last week, and it was called The War of Art. And it was about
Yeah, I read it. Amazing.
removing the blockages and the excuses and the procrastinations that get in the way of our creation, whatever your dream is, right? And the author tells a story where he was in a dream and he was merging with an eagle. The eagle's head became his head. His arms became eagle wings. And he flapped the wings and he felt the pressure of the air underneath him tangibly. He said it reminded him of, putting your arm outside of a window when you're going in a fast car on the freeway. And he realized there was structure to that air that allowed him to lift off on. And when he came out of the dream, he said it made him think about the power of a thought or a dream or even an illusion. But when we have these ideas about things we want to create, there's structure to it. We just can't see it yet. And then it comes into reality and then we create something around it. So there is so much power to a dream or to a thought, and we do have to be careful about where we organize our energy around that, because things can go down or things can go up. So this is a remembering of being cognizant of what thoughts you're putting out there and what dreams you're bringing to life, because we are so powerful.
Absolutely. Love that. So people are inspired. I know this. And last question is, how can people connect with you?
Yes. So there's a website. It's called rapidtransformationsessions.com. This is a culmination of my life's work. I love being somebody's life guide and helping them become the creator of their life, to get rid of all the BS programs that are in the way, all the faulty programming that we receive from childhood that doesn't even belong to you, that causes those stress programs and those bruises and those triggers that get activated and poked. And I want to help people awaken to new possibility and skyrocket into creating a life that they love. So whether it's with your own spirituality or the relationships you're building, you want a magical partnership with a healthy person, or with family members, you want to have a better relationship, or you want to do creative work in any aspect of field of possibility, but doing work that you love rather than the drudgery of like, oh, I have to do this again. If you want to heal your body, your mind, your soul, that's what I'm here for. And I help people get into those subconscious programs and create changes at the root. And I'm also still a yoga teacher and a yoga teacher mentor. So maybe if you just want some help with your own yoga teaching, just reach out to me. You can book a 30-minute consult, complimentary, and we can just talk. Tell me about what's going on in your life. What are the obstacles that you're facing? What are your challenges? And then I'll discuss how I think I might be of service, and we'll see if it's a good fit.
Yes, yes, and yes. So everyone check out Rapid Transformation Sessions, and you can see there's a complimentary call to connect with Kelli. And I know that people are already enjoying who you are and your energy. And yeah, I love what it is that you have chosen to share in this lifetime. And as I read in your bio, to help people awaken, enliven, heal, and to foster a positive internal shift, right? It's always an inside job.
100%.
And it's important that we recognize that. And the wiser we get as we have these deeper experiences with life. And as you were saying before, of like steering the ship in the right way, and we're the commanders of our own journey. And every pilot needs a co-pilot. And so I recognize that you, as a life guide, an author, you get to show up for people in an amazing way to, share those aha moments with them. Some people may be in life right now, as part of your book, you say goodbye to stress, like overthinking and overthinking essentially is the art of creating problems that wouldn't have existed in the first place.
Yes.
And I always
know.
feel like mentorship is so powerful.
There's so many different challenges, ups and downs, all arounds, good and bad, happy and sad. It's part of what makes this life so beautiful, tragically beautiful at times. But it's just teaching you to understand that you can navigate the ups and downs of life with inner ease and inner freedom. So it's the way we perceive those challenges and the way that we rise up to those occasions with resilience and fortitude and strength instead of fear and scarcity and worry. So it's not that challenges don't happen, because they certainly will every day, every week, every year, but it's how do you want to move through those challenges? What type of person do you want to be as you meet those challenges? And how do you want to co-create with others? So I love it.
Amazing. So I'm going to invite everyone to check out your Instagram.
Thank you.
Innermost Sherpa. Check out inspirational posts that Kelli has, different reels, different teachings, little nuggets, beautiful photo of you and your family. And of course, this is when I started to share first about your amazing book.
Right
So
on.
grab a copy, everyone. Go to Amazon. And we're super grateful for you, Kelli, for being who you are, beautiful, radiant light in the world, and wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you.
I'm so grateful for you as well, and all the souls that are listening and joining in, and just the co-creation of all of it. So thank you for inviting me to be on this with you, Dave. It's always such a pleasure to see you. And I'm so excited by your work as well.
My pleasure. All right. Keep on enjoying your day, everyone. Pura vida. Thanks, Kelli.
Bye.